How goes it?
Oh, hey, how are you?
Who lives here?
We're not actually.
You don't know who lives here?
No, I.
We're just noise.
Look at that. Abandoned property. Yeehaw! What does that mean?
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna go through their shit. Like, I'm gonna go through their stuff. It's abandoned properly. I'm gonna go through their stuff. Like, hold on. Oh, he said, first of all, I'm not here to bag the cops in any of this. I'm gonna stop right here with anything I say. But if they're gonna be malicious to get what they want answer wise, at first, I'm not cool with that. You could actually say, hey, is there underage people here? Like, I get it. You guys are trying to do your thing. I have to dispose of it. If you guys aren't 21, I get it. I've been a teenager before. Like, this is the kind of community you want a cop to be in, like that, right? You really want that connection.
Exactly.
And my dad and people have done this before. Like, hey, your parents' insurance are going to go up if I give you this ticket. I'm going to call them right now and I'm going to let them know what happened, right? And then we can decide on what's best for you. These cops could have had a different mentality here, but this is where body cam footage can also have you thinking twice about cops things. But don't get it wrong. We're pro cop of anti bad bacon. I just don't think being like, hey, abandoned property, I love it. That just shows that this guy could write a bad report. This guy could do something wrong. Like, the first things first he's thinking is like what he can do to piss them off or hurt.
This is what the other group had that ran away.
So they said this is what the other group had that ran away.
Yeah, those ones kept walking to the car and the other one around the back corner. So, abandoned property. There's a lot of fucking alcohol in there.
Mm-hmm. What's the party?
A lot. I want to know what sorority lives here.
So now they're calling it a sorority. Was there a sorority that lived there?
Not
Are they
to
a
my
sorority?
knowledge.
No.
No, not as far as we have heard. There's the frat house that's across the street down the road, but not there.
You know what? Are they there for the first time if it's not a party house? Party houses have cops come all the time and it's documented as a party house. This doesn't mean this is a party house. They had a party.
Right?
A party. There may not be as much DNA in that house that we have to go through to dissect. What I'm saying this for is that there may be a chance that we don't have to dissect this house as much as a party house to how much DNA could be in there to how much DNA is actually in there. All this makes sense about a stalker, this and that, in a party house. They would know if, in fact, they've been there before. September to December isn't much time for how long they've lived there to how much partying they could have done and how many cops could have shown up.
No.
You can't do it. It doesn't work. But they're not having parties Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, every week. They're not party house like that.
No, I don't think so.
You have a couple parties a year. That's not a party house. It's wrong. That's where the mainstream media is putting this shit out to where it's a placebo for people to start speculating or bringing the rumor mill out. That's what the news is doing. But I can see, I don't want my channel to go down because of this stuff. But this is what it is, people. This is what it is. You got to think out of the box. If you're not doing a think tank and you're just having a show, that's something wrong.
That's the way they're making it sound, but that's
they
not,
make it sound like that house. Then they say, like, is the house the problem or the people in the house the problem? What are they making of that? Like, how can we make this? Have I ever seen a house be convicted of a crime before? No, ever, not ever. The speculation happens. Yeah, release this and then say it's a party house, but they can't even state that they've been there before since September, and it's December when this happens. That means that house has been off the record and off the map for how long? People hate this channel because we tell you the way we feel, but it's the truth. Like, if you don't feel the same way, fine, but like, think about it. It doesn't make sense. It's not a party house. If 4 months ago they didn't consider it one,
but it was.
And then everybody else gets re-victimized, and now they're blaming us or other people. Like, Maybutt started it. Fuck you, Maybutt. How's that? Yeah, you started this, Maybutt, and all the rest of the shitiots that brought out all this other stuff on people. Yeah, you started this. It's the facts. This isn't a party house. Not a party house. These girls were strong, educated, and they had lives to live, and they're unfortunate accidents. I don't want to call it an accident because it's intentional, but they're accidents because they didn't get to be what they were supposed to be. They're good people. Don't victimize and re-victimize them and their families, people. Come on. If you can't prove this was a party house besides what they told you before, it doesn't make sense to me. That's why this is put out this way. Think with your brain, people. See something, say something. Like, if you think out of the box and you think any question is a stupid question, there's something wrong with you. If you went through school not asking questions because you thought it was stupid, you're the one that failed. Open your eyes, people. That's what this is. You can't take everything for what they say. This isn't a party house. These people weren't bad people. They didn't have OnlyFans. There wasn't a guy that was stalking this house. Maybe 1 or 2 people in this house was stalked, but this house isn't what was stalked.
No.
It's not that way. You can't go and put handcuffs on this house. You can't put handcuffs on this house.
It doesn't even make any sense to say that, the house was the issue. Well, what does that even mean? And
it says 9/1/2022. It's not considered a party house at that point.
No.
So at what point can you make this and these people responsible for having so many people over there? Yeah, there might be red cups in the window, and everyone's like, hey, if you have red cups, you play beer pong, right?
Yeah.
Speculative. That doesn't mean that.
No.
That means if you have a red cup, you don't leave my house because we know who's drinking. It's not allowed. That's what we do because we're responsible.
Well, that's all over there. Just everyone fucking ran away? They're not going to come back? Do you think I'm going to leave? We're only here for a noise complaint. Come to the damn door.
Damn door.
Right meow.
Teach you how to knock.
Search. Just reading for a bell.
All right. Hey, bud. We're just here for a noise complaint. Can you tell whoever lives here to come talk to us?
Sorry, I did not hear you. Sorry, say that again.
We're just here for a noise complaint. Whoever lives here needs to come talk to us, or we're going to start doing a lot more than just deal with noise.
Go tell them.
Yeah, just tell them to come to the front door. We'll deal with the noise complaint, and we'll leave. Yep, thank you.
It was called USC California 18, 1982, 1983, the color of law. Like using their badge on the color of law is not okay. It's 1983, I think. USC California 18, 1983. You don't want to use your color of law and give this kind of persona where people don't know their rights. Like if they don't have a warrant, you really don't have to open the door.
Right.
You don't. Don't ever be threatened. If you're a person, don't ever be threatened. And I'm going to tell you this because I care about you guys. And I'm not anti-cop or pro-cop on this. I'm telling you in real person life, use your rights, know the laws, because you're powerful when you do. That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
And don't have to let them into your house either unless they've got a warrant.
No.
They can stand outside and intimidate you all they want, but yeah.
Don't ever be intimidated. Always film the police when you're in an interaction, not because I'm saying be negative against them. It's always for your protection. Always for your protection. And I care about you guys, and I have family in law enforcement, and I used to be a First Amendment auditor. Like I used to do this stuff for the government to make sure they were transparent. But then we lost a battle because then both sides became about something different, and I had to leave that kind of battle because it was never a win-win that way. But
can't be afraid to exercise your rights either. Because
don't be afraid.
There's nothing they can do to you for exercising your rights. They can try, but they're not going to get away with it.
Just exercise your rights, you guys.
Fucking idiots.
Come to the door, guys. Send whoever lives here down the door. Not leaving. We can also see you.
Yeah, for the most part. They're scared. Oh my God. You've got, I think, several people coming down. Finally.
Exactly right, lovely.
No one's here.
Laura, I'm sorry.
So everyone here is trespassing?
Lovely Laura Lee.
Well, no one's just trespassing.
Well, if they're there and nobody called you for trespassing, nobody's trespassing.
Right.
I don't mean to be Captain Obvious. All right, move on.
No one that lives here is here right now.
So where'd they go?
They're just not. I have no clue where they went. No clue.
So you guys just done partying in their house at
They were here at one point. They're not here right now. I searched all the
They
rooms.
left and went.
So people are in the house and nobody's stealing anything, and there's no U-Haul in the front, and everybody's like, they're not here. Here's the truth. Like, is there something more? Not always, people.
Over.
What are their names?
I am actually not sure. I live across the street.
Okay.
I just came over. I haven't been to drive.
Male, female?
I think it's mainly females. I think it's like 4.
What sorority are they affiliated?
So male and females. There's no males that we know recorded to this date or in September living there.
I guarantee you they're associated with the sorority. As many of them are living here. It's
All right. No, you can't guarantee they're with the sorority. That's untrue.
You don't even
I'm going to
know
tell you
who
straight
they
out.
are.
If we're going to review this, if we're going to review this the right way, I'm not going to be biased towards cops or towards people. I'm going to give it to you like it is, and that's wrong.
Yeah.
And now what they're doing
no
is
way you
power.
could know that.
That's taking power over these kids. Not okay.
No.
You're scared you don't answer the way that you want to answer. You're going to answer the way they want you to answer. Right? So how do we know this is the facts, people? Body cams tell a lot, like if George Floyd's got a knee on his neck, but we can't always tell how these kids are feeling. Look how dark they are. You don't get the facts of what's coming through this. You don't know the truth. These people right here need to be called out, and I'll call them out all fucking day long. I don't like it. I don't care if you're a rookie or not. This shows their rookiness and why they're not capable of handling a crime scene. Why? Because of this shit. You want to know why they couldn't handle the crime scene the right way in the first place? This shit. Get it through your head, people. It's not always the kids or the people in the community. Sometimes it's this shit.
Kansas, a sorority house. I've been a cop for 22 years. I'm not stupid. Don't play dumb games with me.
Sounds stupid.
I'd rather this is a noise complaint than getting a hold of the Greek council and the Greek board and all of that and the
You don't have to write a
students
report,
and playing
right?
all these stupid fucking games.
Do
All I want to do is deal with the noise complaint because I guarantee you there's a lot of underage drinking because they left their alcohol behind.
Do you want us to try and get a name or a phone number?
Please,
and
if
we
you
can
could.
call someone?
We just need to talk to somebody who lives here because otherwise I have to be under the assumption you guys are unlawfully entered because no one who lives here is here.
Okay.
Right?
We'll go.
So I need to verify that there was a party here. Now everyone laughs. So thank you.
You want to know why it's taking so long for Moscow, Idaho to get all their tips? Well, it seems like everyone's fucking scared of all your cops. How's that?
Thanks, guys. I understand. I just letting you know this is how it's going to play out. I'm not going anywhere until I talk to somebody who actually lives.
Just know that it's super open for us. That way we can get some sort of communication between us and them.
Is the cops the reason why these leads aren't coming in as fast as they should? Let's talk about that.
Right, I mean, all of a sudden, I'm sure they fucking. I think a bunch of them bolted.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah.
And they knew we were in the front. They all.
There were some coming up behind us, and I don't know where they went, but they looked like they probably headed this direction.
Yeah. Yes, please just go call someone. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Bunch of fucking idiots. If I have to, I'll just start running plates and attach all of them.
I was seriously thinking the same thing.
We pay your salaries and we're a bunch of fucking idiots? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Matter of fact, you should lose your job, you fucking idiot. If I find out who you are, I'm going to do a SB 1421 on you. That means I'm going to look up your file since day one, and I'm going to find out how much you make. And I'm going to make sure that every responsible thing that you've done or irresponsible thing that you've done, you are now you're on my list. How's that, bitch?
So much
Every one of you cops now, I'm going to look you all up. I'm going to look up your pay. I'm going to put it all out there because that's all what we pay for. You guys want me to go back to what I need to do that way? I will. Transparency at its finest. I'll give it to you. You're a horrible piece of shit cop. You're the one that gets the good ones killed. That's you. That is you.
So much
I'm
for
furious right now.
professionalism, right?
Furious. Furious is an understatement. These cops, no wonder why they're not getting the leads they should. Why?
Exactly.
Because they're pieces of shit.
The
ones that are running around that neighborhood.
They talk to kids like this about a noise complaint. I wouldn't want to talk to them either.
Bunch of idiots. There's a party somewhere there.
Their music got real quiet.
Real fast.
Real fast.
They abandon property. I like it when they abandon their shit.
Wow.
Oh. White claws? White claws. You're going to be so angry at me.
They're cold too, man. Yeah, these are cold.
Yeah. But that one was already open.
Hello.
All right, Josh. Jordan, you talk to them.
Yep.
Maddie. Okay.
Hi, this is Officer Walsh, Moscow Police Department. Who am I speaking with?
Just remind people that we can be fairly reasonable, but when people want to be dumb.
Why do you got to be fairly reasonable? Why don't you just be reasonable? What the fuck?
Exactly.
Like this stuff is so damning. Like people can't watch this and be like, hey, I'm questioning how they're talking. Why are these kids upset or scared? Like, yeah, you guys caused this.
We have a tendency to be assholes.
You hear me, Maddie?
We have the tendency to be assholes.
Why? This is abandoned property, so we're dumping it and walk away. We're
gonna dump it and walk away. Are any of you 21? Do you guys own this? Where's that question? Hey, are you 21 and do you own this? Like,
yeah,
it's abusive of power.
Leave their alcohol. They abandon it.
So you couldn't take that back to the station as evidence and take fingerprints? What if somebody committed a different crime and you may need that? We're just going to touch it and fuck it all up. Yeah, way to go, cops. Because you're proving a point right now, right?
Yeah.
You're proving a point that not only that you're stupid, but you abuse your badge. And all of you in this videos should, anybody who's watching this should file some kind of report on these people. These cops right here shouldn't be walking around. Screw them. Because these are the ones that are gonna kick their dogs, cheat on their wives, and do all that shit when they get home at the end of the day. But put a family portrait over your fireplace to look like you're a good person. Yeah, miss me with that bullshit, right? Yeah.
There is nothing professional about the way they're handling any of
mental
this
warfare.
at all.
It's mental warfare. That's all it is.
I mean,
I don't know how the fuck people drink this anyway.
Live music, party.
Never had one, never will.
No one should be a fan of White Claw too.
It's coming for alcohol. What's your drink of choice then?
Mine? I don't drink.
Good on you.
I just do steroids.
I did when I was in college. I drank like a son of a bitch. Don't get me wrong.
I'm guessing. And I want your address also as well, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to take that as Gatorade. This, I'm going to assume, is not.
Okay. I have no
I don't assume that's Gatorade. But
it could be, though.
Maybe.
How do you spell it, Maddie?
Looks like vodka.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Like, I don't want to be a part of the negative. I want to be a part of the positive. How do we fix the people and police connection? I want to be a part of it. You guys tell me in comments below. Let's have a show about it. Let's have a call in. Let's email me. Let's think about it. But at the same rate, this is not okay because this body cam footage just changed my light on that police force. Like, I really haven't seen this. I edited this video all day for you guys, and then I lost it, and then I put it back up. Thank God it came back. I was able to get it for the end of the show to start. It took halfway into the show for it to come back, and I got it back. And it's important. That stuff's important. It's not okay.
it is. I mean, if all of their police are like the ones that we just got done seeing, then no wonder why nobody's wanting to talk to them and give them any information.
Yeah, it's not a party house to me.
I wouldn't feel comfortable talking to them either.
No, because you don't. Because if you tell them something that possibly has to do with you, they'll come after you instead. Like, no, you want to tell the truth, but like you're afraid because you're there at that house. Like, I don't really know who there are, and he's telling the truth, and they're like, "Well, we're going to charge you for something." Like, it's like, what?
Yeah. Just leave. We don't want us to have to come back here. What kind of threat is that?
It's your job. We pay you to come back here. Stop that shit.